I wanted to show you this piece that I picked up at a charity shop. It's a Quaker Tapestry crewel embroidery sewing kit. The title is Clowns, as seen on the Leaveners panel of the Quaker Tapestry. Now, I was just drawn to the picture to start off with because I like clowns. Not the sort of scary clowns that people see in films and stuff, but actual clowning as in commedia theatre. So I was attracted to the pattern, and it says on it was £4, lovely kit, so someone's obviously had a nice look through it, and it was complete. And you could see that it had quite a lot of 100% wool threads, so even if I didn't do the pattern, that's a lot of nice wool there for £4. I was a little bit intrigued by what the Quaker Tapestry was, so I did have a quick look into it, and it's sort of based or inspired by the Bayeux Tapestry. In the 1980s, some Quakers had the idea of sort of documenting their history via a tapestry. So lots of people contributed from all over the world. So apparently they made up some of their own stitches, which I find quite interesting. It doesn't actually tell you how to do all the stitches. It gives you basic information of how to transfer the pattern onto the fabric, and this bit was actually missing. So when I got it, the person who had bought the kit originally had already very neatly tacked this fabric onto the top fabric, and they'd also transferred the design. You can see the drawing there. They'd also started sewing the outline. They'd started doing a bit of the jacket, and I don't know if that is when they realised that they'd transferred the pattern on the wrong way, because if you look at it on this side, that is the correct way. However, this is not going to be the top side, this is going to be the back. So on the right side, it is not the right way. The two characters are inverted. However, I mean, that doesn't matter. I could have unpicked it and started again, but I didn't want to do that. And I'm not too bothered because I'm not trying to recreate the tapestry as such. I'm just having a go at the image. What I did was I finished transferring the first person, and I filled him in, and I think that looks right. So it doesn't give you the instructions for all the stitches, but it does say there's a DVD available if you want to do that. So it says, from the calico side of the fabric, using stem stitch, outline the image using the correct colours. After finishing the outline, turn the fabric over in the hoop so that the woolen cloth is uppermost. It does say use stem stitch, but I could see from what the other person had done, it wasn't catching both the pieces of fabric, so actually it wasn't transferring the design onto the front. It was a quite patchy transfer. So I did mine in backstitch, which I will continue to do. It did come with 2 needles. I think it might have had a couple more, but you can see from the heads of these needles, these are tapestry needles, big head, and they're not too long either. So once I've finished doing the outline, I'm probably just gonna go with stitches that I know. So I'm experimenting by using this wool and this fabric. I probably want to stick with the stitches that I know. And show you a little bit of how it comes back onto the top side. I'm going to use a needle threader because I don't want to accidentally split the ends of the wool. And I don't know, I still need to do a bit more investigating into tapestry, whether this is always how you transfer a pattern, or if this is just the Quaker Tapestry's idea of transferring a pattern. So we're going to go around all the dungarees in a back stitch. I'm going to start with the knot on this side because obviously this is not the top side. See the start of that person's leg. So if we have a quick look at the picture again, this kind of looks like straight stitches and then couched on top the blue, so I did do that. I think it looks quite effective. It's an interesting technique. It is just straight stitched and then long stitches with the blue. They've done the arm sort of satin stitch to stand out from the rest of the jacket, which is a sort of long and short stitch. So I think I've done these stitches right. This purple one looks like chain stitch and again couched over the top. I'm not a massive fan of chain stitch, so I might do split stitch or something. Not sure yet. And this again looks like a very loose sort of chain stitch, so I might do that chain stitch. Oh, and I haven't done this guy's hair yet, which I think may be French knots. I wanted to show you, now I've finished back stitching the outline, I wanted to just show you how it then appears on the front of the fabric. So there it is, there's the outline, and now I'm going to work into it on the front. So when you're working on the back, you've got to be a little bit careful, especially as back stitch. You can miss out some of the stitches, so I had to keep looking. And the person who originally started this jacket, they'd just sewn over the hand there, which I've kind of covered up with the hand colour, but I think I'm going to colour in the whole hand colour. And here as well, the hands kind of blend in a little bit, so after I've done the shirt and the trousers, I'm going to see if the hands need colouring in. But it's coming on really well, and it's quite an interesting way of getting your pattern onto the front of your work. And here is the Quaker Tapestry finished now. I think it looks really, really cute. I had a lot of fun with this one. I need to take it out of the frame, get rid of some of the tacking stitches, and I think I'm going to frame this one up in a square frame and put it on the wall. Not all my pieces make it to the wall, but this one I really like the style of it, really like the sort of history, the idea behind the Quaker Tapestry. It was a really quality kit as well. I have loads of this lovely wool left, so I'm going to try and do a crewel project this year as well, just add that to the list of many things. I did some chain stitch, I did split stitch, and then this added little detail here with little cross stitches. Just love the idea of not filling all the features in on the face. We've got the red noses and the red lips and a little bit of face paint around the mouths, which I put in because I thought that would look good, and they just look great, really characterful. So I am keeping an eye out for more Quaker tapestries, as I had a lot of fun with this one. Here it is out of its snap frame, which was very secure, let me just say. A little bit of trouble getting it out. I think I will need to iron it just a little bit in some places, but overall I'm really pleased with that, and that is ready to frame up.